Let's talk about my girlfriend, my good buddy, Moniece Slaughter. She is calling out Khaotic. Now, before I even discuss what exactly is happening in this text message thread that you are seeing before you, let me help you understand the backstory behind it, okay? The backstory is that Khaotic was kicked off of Love and Hip Hop because he didn't want to fight Scrappy. He scared a little Scrappy. He was running for the hills. Khaotic went to production. He was saying that he didn't want to do this and that and this with Scrappy. And they were saying, well, this is a reality show and that's what you're called to do. So he thought he was telling on Scrappy to production, aka snitching, when instead he ended up getting himself fired because he had a back and forth with production about what he was and wasn't going to do. And they were like, well, since you're not going to participate in basically making the show pop with these fights or this beef, then we no longer need your services. So that backfired on him. Now, Carly Red's ex-husband, Tilo, owns Now That's TV. So Tilo, who also is obviously not going to be on Love and Hip Hop because he's no longer married to Carly. They have a restraining order. They can't film together. He decided to give Khaotic his own show on Now That's TV. So Khaotic was trying to figure out, what is it that I'm going to do on Now That's TV? He came up with this idea called Life After Love and Hip Hop, which he said was his idea, but is not his idea. Honey, it's Moniece Slaughter's idea, and Moniece is calling him out because Khaotic decided to ask Moniece to participate on a show that she created and has already filmed for. Here's the text message thread. This is Khaotic. Hey, I'm shooting a new series called Life After Love and Hip Hop, where I'm shedding light on cast members that are no longer on the show and talking about how life has been for them since the show with their business, entertainment, and personal life. I would love to pull up an interview, and he's got the praying hand emojis. Now, he's obviously already been interviewing people because why would he say pull up an interview? He's already been, out there recruiting for the show, filming for the show. This is what he's already got going on. She said, get the F out of my DMs, stealing my entire show concept. You got a hell of a nerve coming to the creator and executive producer of a trademarked show name and concept. Laughing emoji. Find another name and concept or I'll sue you. Bye. Now, mind you, Moniece don't be playing when it comes to court stuff. Like, she will go to court, and that's just as simple as that. However, I think it's so crazy because now she kind of has the right to sue Now That's TV for even filming this show with Khaotic. They actually are stealing her show concept. It's trademarked. He said, what are you talking about? Stealing? ? She said, yeah, N-word, stealing. I didn't effing mistype. Do your effing homework. Then talk to my attorney. Cause that's all you gonna get out of me. Cussing and frustration and a goddamn lawsuit. Ooh, baby. She went all the way off on Khaotic. Then she went to her comment section and she said, what the entire fucks be wrong with y'all? Remember my rant a while back? Well, here goes another example of the N-word stuff I got to deal with as a black woman in this business. I spoke to this man over a year ago, before I started filming Love After Hip Hop. Like everyone else, he wasn't focused during the conversation. He was shopping. He was having side convos, just the occasional and yep and fake pleasantries of, oh, that's going to be dope. Boom. Never spoke to him again after that. So he clearly effing forgot where he got the concept and the name from and DM'd me this morning to ask to interview me on my own show. So I called and attempted to have a discussion. Instead of being a man, he texted me and said, please don't disrespect. I don't even know what you're talking about. So he calls me back and says, I'm just going to have to sue him because he's going to do it anyway. I'm not a little scrappy, little N-word. I'm the threat you take seriously. Okay. And then Mr. Ray, and you guys know who Mr. Ray is. He's also been on Love and Hip Hop. So, of course, he would film for Life After Love and Hip Hop. He said, not the show that you had on Ray J's network. Me and Miles did an interview with you. And then Moniece said, exactly. That I asked to interview him on. And then other people are asking, will there be a show? Amina said, right, me and Peter did it too. Moniece said, and we dropped 3 episodes. He knows what he's doing. Okay, well, honey, what, here's my thing. And people are laughing. Prima Donna said, girl, you back. I've been looking for you. And then somebody said, tell Lil Scrappy Stray for what though? Or the Lil Scrappy Stray for what though? Moniece said, that's not a stray. Remember when Scrappy got on the internet and said Khaotic did the same thing to him? And the internet said it was fake beef because y'all think everything is for a storyline on the show. And was indeed not a fake beef, and Khaotic really did screw Scrappy over. And Scrappy was on here talking about putting paws on him and balling him up like printer paper. But I don't believe he ever got to him. So I said what I said. I'm not Lil Scrappy. You can rest assured if I say I'm going to get you, that's exactly what the F I'm going to do. Okay? So that was the conversation, baby. Okay, so I'm going to say this. I feel like Khaotic does know what he's doing. I feel like he needs to get back on because he fell off. I mean, he's not producing anymore. He's not with Erica Banks anymore. I don't know if you guys know or remember this, but Khaotic and I were once involved in a beef because I spoke about him using Erica Banks for clout and to come up in the industry. And here we go. He's using other people for clout and to come up in the industry. He definitely did use Scrappy. He had Scrappy on his YouTube channel. Him and Scrappy were doing content. And then he ran away with the money one month, and Scrappy realized, well, wow, a couple of months have passed by. You ain't gave me no money. I'm sitting here asking you about this money, and I have yet to see a dollar bill from you. Scrappy got tired of it and threatened to fight Khaotic, and that's when Khaotic went to tell Mona Scott, Stephanie, and the rest of the production that Scrappy was trying to fight him. He's not going to fight him, and this, that, and the other. And then he got fired from the show. So he needs a bag. He needs some money. A lot of times when you see these celebrities on YouTube, it's because they're trying to get our bag. They know that us as bloggers, us that talk about this stuff, we're in our bag. So here goes you trying to follow after us, but then also talk crap about us at the same time. So I don't respect Khaotic for the way that he goes about moving around in the industry. And I mean, I'm talking about from using Erica Banks to the way that he moved around messy on Love and Hip Hop, to the way that he decided that he didn't want to all the way participate in Love and Hip Hop when he knew what that show was about, to now him trying to go over to T-Lo's production with Moniece Slaughter's idea. Now, one thing I will tell you guys is I actually used to be in touch every day with Moniece. That's really my daughter's auntie for real. Like my daughter be like, Auntie Mo, like for real. And so, before I went into the facility that I went into, for the time that I went into it, Moniece was giving me websites, teaching me how to make, to trademark and copyright these shows, because I had a lot of ideas, a lot of things that I want to say here because they're my ideas, but that I can't say here, obviously, because of people like Khaotic. But she was teaching me what websites to go to make sure that my shows are protected and everything else. I do believe that Moniece does have the rights to Life After Love and Hip Hop, and I think that Khaotic deciding to do it anyway is par for the course with a personality like his. Just look what he did to Scrappy. She wasn't lying about that. All right, Khaotic, but I personally, you ain't did nothing to me personally, so I'ma still, be unbiased whenever something happens to you, because what goes around comes around, and if I need to be on your side, then I will be, but as for now, you foul. Okay, comment, like, subscribe.